Favourite.
The interesting runner, he won very well at Tarapa 3 starts back, and since then I suppose his performances can only be described as fair, because he's certainly capable, Gold Story, and he looked anything a couple of years ago, and that win at Tarapa 3 starts back certainly indicated that he might be coming back to somewhere near his best, but just the last couple of runs just a shade disappointing. Gold Story, though, on the tote here at $12 to win and $3.95 for the place. Just the two place dividends, as I mentioned before, in this third event, as we welcome in our Sky Racing viewers from across the Tasman for the first race from this venue today. It's relatively fine, a little bit of high cloud in Auckland. And
so all but ready. And off they go. And the Lion King put the nose in front as they jumped out, going up there. Gold Story along the inside. Now Wanderlust, given rein by Stevie Douglas, goes up to the girth of the leader, and drifting back, Golden Flare gets back as usual last as they approach the first on the journey. So the Lion King is the leader, 3 parts now on Wanderlust in second spot. Gold Story up that first, and over they go. Drops the rein, big leap up on the outside, the grey, then followed back by Boone's Boy and Golden Flare. Second on the journey coming up. The Lion King goes to it over and led about 2.5 lengths. Dipping a wee bit on landing was Wanderlust. 2.5 back behind it, Drops a Rain, then 1.5 to Gold Story. 3 back behind them, then Boone's Boy and Golden Flare as they approach the foot of the hill, the first occasion. So spread out a bit. The Lion King, the pacemaker, racing out wide on the track. Wanderlust lobbing along second. 3 or 4 to the grey, Drops a Rain. Gold Story about a half length back as up the hill they go. 1 back behind them, Boone's Boy, and Golden Flare is next, and they bunch up a wee bit as they get up on top of the hill the first occasion. The Lion King in front for Sally Houston. 3 to 4 clear as they go into the dip. Wanderlust just second now. From on the outside, Drops a Rain. Gold Story is the next as they approach the first on top of the hill. Now Golden Flare's back with Boone's Boy. First on top of the hill coming up. He looked at it a bit, the Lion King, but led over neatly enough. Getting up on his inside now, Wanderlust, as they approach the second on top of the hill. They come to it now. The Lion King over. Better jump that time. Wanderlust a little high. Then 1.5 back behind them. Then Drops a Rain. 3 to Gold Story. From then back is Boone's Boy, and 2 back Golden Flare as down the hill they race. So sneaking away in the lead, the Lion King by a good 5 lengths as it comes down towards the Kenny Brown brush. In second place, Wanderlust, 2.5 to Drops a Rain, then 1.5 back behind them, then Gold Story on the inside of the other stable mate in Boone's Boy, and Golden Flare travelling out a bit wide, still last, but not that far off them. Over the Kenny Brown comes the Lion King, angling to the centre now. In second place clearly is Wanderlust. 3 back behind them then is Drops a Rain as they angle into the one in the centre. From then 2 away, Boone's Boy. I'd say Golden Flare's about 12 off the leader as they come towards this one in the centre. Coming to it now, the Lion King by 3 to 4 over from Wanderlust. Then followed Drops a Rain. 3 back behind them, then Gold Story. Followed back then Boone's Boy. Golden Flare is still last as they approach the Merc Double. So 12 to 15 covering them as they come now to the double. The Lion King in front, 4 or 5 clear. At the first, over he goes. Measured it nicely. Wanderlust, nice jump. They're all jumping okay. Drops a Rain, third over. Right behind these then was Gold Story. Drops a Rain, nice jump at the second of the double orbit, took him into second spot. The big one in the centre. The Lion King goes to it, up and over he goes. Over, big leap, Wanderlust, nice jump again, Drops a Rain. 3 back behind them, Gold Story on the inside of Golden Flare, and Boone's Boy drifted back last equal. So around the sharp corner by the 1600 metres, the Lion King led by 5 lengths. The fence coming up at the 1600 metres. Third then Drops a Rain. Over he goes. The Lion King 5 lengths clear. Still Wanderlust second, clear. 5 back, Drops a Rain, hasn't moved. Gold Story's getting along okay. They all are. Anybody's race as they race towards the start fence. Golden Flare and Boone's Boy together. They're about 8 off the pace as they go to the one by the 1400 metres. Packing up again as the Lion King led by about 3 to 4. Had a good look. Over he goes at the 1400 metres. The rest of them are camped now, only 5, 6. Golden Flare coming into it. So the second on the far side. The Lion King 2.5 to 3. Wanderlust, oh, he dipped at that one. He hit it, and moving up on the outside, Drops a Rain to go with him. Golden Flare, Gold Story being booted up now and going back, Boone's Boy, but still only about 7 lengths first to last anybody's as they go to the foot of the hill. But he's going good in the lead. The Lion King by about 4 or 5 lengths. Wanderlust is second, then third is now Gold Story. The bunch of horses is up the hill they go. The Lion King in front, 1.5 lengths. They're closing quickly. Wanderlust up on the inside on top of the hill they are now, making his bid. Boone's Boy from the rear could throw a blanket over them as they go into the dip on top of the hill and approach the first for the last occasion. Wanderlust getting through on the inside of the Lion King as they come towards the first on top of the hill. At it, Wanderlust over from right there, the Lion King rallying again, but under a bit of pressure now. Gold Story's right there also. There's a Drops of Rain, Burns Boy and Golden Flare, only 4 off them, closer than he ever is as they come down the hill now. Wanderlust in front, 2.5, ridden hard the Lion King, 2 back to then Drops of Rain from Golden Flare, starting to sprint down the outside, then followed back by Gold Story, got back with Burns Boy, but Wanderlust snuck a break as they came down towards the Kenny Brown. 5 clear now for Stevie Douglas. Golden Flare starting to come after him from Drops of Rain. At the second last they come to it. Wanderlust is over. Golden Flare's worked into second. He chases hard after the leader, but the leader has got away. 8 to 10 lengths and hard to beat. Drops of Rain is battling on with Burns Boy. Around the corner comes Wanderlust now, heading for home. 5-6 clear into the straight. Golden Flare, don't give him away. He's still coming on strongly. Then Burns Boy, Drops of Rain and Gold Story. 1 to go for Wanderlust. Coming to it with a white face over. He jumps. 4 to 5 clear. Golden Flare going hard after him late. Don't think he'll pick up the leader though. Burns Boy worked into third as down towards the post they go, and Wanderlust is going to race away. Good ride here for Stevie Douglas, and it raced away. 8 lengths clear. Golden Flare scampering along in the mud will race into second. Good go for third. I think Burns Boy's going to hold out the other stable mates as they go to the post. Did so just Burns Boy down to a walk, but a good win to Wanderlust. Impressive. Well, there we are.
Yes, Wanderlust number 2. He's 11 years old. That was his 8th win today. Won by a big space. 350 New South Wales, 390 on Super Tab. Golden Flare number 1, the favourite second, and a long way behind them. Many lengths off first and second. Burns Boy number 5, but there won't be a third tote. He's won by a big margin. Wanderlust, the 11-year-old. 2:15, race 2, New Zealand. The third race coming up in 13 minutes. Get Up is a rating special from Bon Appetit. The Bay and Tricaro 2:15.11 are the Sky ratings. Big field in the next race coming up in 13 minutes. The main chances in Australia on the Australian TABs. And here's Unitab joining us for coverage of this one too, starting with race 3.
The club invites you to the 2003 Darwin Cup Carnival. Monday, August 4, this magnificent festival of racing climaxes with the running of the famous Carlton Draft Darwin Cup. This year, the Cup is worth $125,000 in prize money and is the third and final leg of the MGM Grand Darwin Triple Crown bonus. Throughout the day, join Sky Channel's Rod Gallegos live trackside for a superb race program, including the Wolf Blast Lightning Plate. It's a top-end tradition, the Carlton Draft Darwin Cup Day.
5, Miss Brightman, who looks very well. She's a nice racy sort of filly, coming off a run at Canterbury last time, and obviously holding condition.
Presses the button and they're off, and the favourite jumped very swiftly. Jewel Peak from the inside and leads about 3/4 of a length on Goddess of Love, who's going to tackle this leader now. Third and wider out is Charm View, and here's the Caloundra filly mustering speed to try and lead Classic Bloom, and then Nagoya, Polly Piccolo and Miss Brightman tending to over race last. Along past the 700, and Jewel Peak not getting things her own way in front, leads about a head or so on Classic Bloom. A length and a half to Polly Piccolo inside Goddess of Love, followed by Nagoya, Charm View, and Miss Brightman is last of all, back about 7 lengths from the lead as they pass the 600 marker, and Jewel Peak the favourite a half length on Classic Bloom. 2 to the rank outsider on the fence, Polly Piccolo, followed by Goddess of Love niggled at. A couple Nagoya, then comes Miss Brightman on the inside of Charm View, being hard ridden, straightening up now, and Jewel Peak in front a half length or so. Second on the outside, Classic Bloom, Polly Piccolo the fence from Goddess of Love, Nagoya, and Charm View. It's Jewel Peak the leader inside the 200 metres, hands and heels by little Ronnie Stewart. He flicks her along. She's a length and a half, Nagoya, Goddess of Love and Charm View, but Jewel Peak's a mile too good for her rivals, and a game win to Jewel Peak. In fact, she came away near the wire to win it easily. Jewel Peak from a photo, Nagoya and Charm View from Miss Brightman in a photo for 4th, in company with Goddess of Love on the last pair. The rank outsider, Polly Piccolo, and the Caloundra filly, and that was Classic Bloom. She did a good job there, Jewel Peak, to win. She wasn't given a lot of peace early and was too good on the run of the line. Number 1, Jewel Peak, has scored. Favourite back is off to a flying start by Chavog from Zoff, and his treasure trained by Jack Denham for his long-term clients. Mr. Wally and Mrs. June Truscott and Ronnie Stewart in the saddle. The time will be of interest, 1:10.66 as we stand by for minors, 34.25. The class record is 1:08. Oh no, that's the track record, 1:08.39. Class record will stand until broken. Now, won the winner, or will be. There's no, I think they might be having a problem on the infield board. Interesting for the second and the third, Nagoya and Charm View are the two involved. Important too here because the field of 7 a win and a 2-place dividend. So let's have a look here. Yeah, Nagoya, looking at the finish links, it's just coming up on the big screen here on track. Nagoya will get second, ridden by Corey Brown, by Quest for Fame, trained by John Hawkes, and a third placing going to 2 Charm View by Royal Academy, trained by Tony Wildman, written by Glenn Boss. They are totally unofficial. The club is having a problem with the infield semaphore, so the margins, official placings, I'm sure will be hand-delivered by the judge. In fact, talking about same, here he is now. Come in, Gregory Hinton. So the numbers are 132, the fourth, 4, 5 and 6. Okie dokie.
So, thanks Ian. Jewel Peak, Ronnie Stewart, 2:21.40 over Nagoya and Charm View. The Quinella, 8:30, and the Exacta, 13:10. Now, there's the trifecta, 43.80.
It's one we're 4 minutes away, a run through of what's happening on track. Confectioner number 2's been a drifter. It is unders the tote at 5.70. Happy Strike is unders the tote compared to what they're betting on track. It's been a drifter again. Lord Daneley, a little bit of support early on, but it's just eased back out again. It is offering good overs, number 4. The Rubicon, number 5. Look, it's short, but they're backing it. $1.80 the tote is under what they're betting on track, but it's been knocked off whatever odds they're putting up here on track, and they dominate it. The rest of them are at big double-figure odds. So my numbers, 3, 2, 5 and 4, playing on a heavy track with a chance of an upgrade. Time will tell on that. And Greg Miles back shortly, Chris, with race 1.
Moves up into the line. Probably should be unbeaten. The one time he did get beaten, Confectioner, was when he drew the slow side of the straight track. Now the Rubicon goes into his place, and this is Perizin coming up now to complete the lineup. Track officially heavy, good chance of upgrading. The rail is out 4.5 metres, penetrometer is 5.31. And the Rubicon broke through the front of the stalls, and he is quickly under control. Another barrier has opened. That's Confectioner's stall in number 4. Although no, it wouldn't be because they've left a couple vacant near the inside, but in any case, the horse that was drawn there didn't come out, and the barrier's been snapped closed. And the Rubicon has just really not even cantered down to about the 900 metre mark. And he's been brought under control by Mark Zara, and it would appear no damage done at all. He has eased just very slightly on track now, and there has been support for both Confectioner and Happy Strike. Okay. Daihatsu, that's who handicapped the all clear. They're off, and the Rubicon winning the jump and away fast in the early stages. On the outside is Rate of Knots in the orange colours. Happy Strike was away, and Lord Daneley's pushing through on the inside as they settle into stride. And it's a good battle for the lead. There's about 3 or 4 of them across the track here at the 800 metre mark. Rate of Knots in the orange leading Lord Daneley, who's up in second placing on the inside, and the Rubicon between them in third with Happy Strike the outside. One Confectioner in the pink colours. Mr. Ubiquitous is around it, being trailed by Perizin. 3 lengths behind these is Our Purring, trailed by Our Bahari and Establish on the inside. Last, up to the turn near the 400 metres now. Rate of Knots on the outside and Lord Daneley. Just behind them, Happy Strike and the Rubicon is 4th. And then Confectioner held up on the inside as they swing the corner. And pulled to the outside is Perizin. In the straight now, Rate of Knots tackled by Happy Strike, Lord Daneley. The Confectioner's getting up on the inside, and the Rubicon just had to ease over their heels. It's in a bit of trouble, the favourite here. It's Confectioner sprinting quickly along the inside, and Happy Strike to fight it out. Confectioner on the inside pulls away. He is smart, and Confectioner won it brilliantly. Happy Strike second, getting home Our Purring into third place, and then Lord Daneley, who battled okay, followed by Mr. Ubiquitous, and then came the Rubicon. Next was Perizin, and they were trailed behind these by the weakening Rate of Knots in company with Our Bahari, and establishes a long last. He has won that in the style of a very good racehorse. 6.10 and $1.60 for Confectioner. Happy Strike $1.30. But he's won that with a just lovely turn of acceleration, and then Stephen King was just able to sit up on him and allow him to breeze the last little bit. 2, 3 and 8 official. Confection coming back with a winning debut performance in this preparation. He could be set for a terrific spring. Stephen Arnold and Tony McAvoy taking it out. Happy Strike second, Greek Childs. And Our Purring getting up to third, written by Vlad Durick. The Rubicon just getting into a little bother early in the straight, but he struggled over the closing stages. 2, 3 and 8 official on race number 1. Race 2 is the Monarch Spas handicap. The scratching is number 1. Cowley, race 2, take out number 1.
Okay.
The Terracotta Bay, Gilded Youth 9.20 on the tote. Gilded Youth much shorter on the tote than the bookies. But anyway, Spur Scent favourite ahead of number 1 Hipwell. Now in goes Hipwell. And Terracotta Bay will be the last. First of the day, won by the favourite Jewel Peak. A good win. Ronnie Stewart beat Nagoya and Charmview 1-3-2. Number 4 and 4th. Now Terracotta Bay moves in. She's resuming today, or he is. And we'll soon see action in the second over the 1,200 metres. Starter has the button, press the same, and there they go. And Gilded Youth under Hipwell came out quickly, and so too did Spur Scent. And not far away as they settle fully into stride Superior Satine. Terracotta Bay's up looking for the lead, and Spinning Boy is close handy too. Well, who is going to lead as they travel 300 metres? Hipwell just the leader now from Terracotta Bay, posted very wide. On the rails is Gilded Youth, and Spur Scent's dropped into a nice posse from Spinning Boy and Superior Satine. As they head down the side of the track now towards the 650, Terracotta Bay wide out, leading narrowly from Hipwell in the middle. Gilded Youth on the rails by the 600, tracking them as Spur Scent, a couple behind them from Spinning Boy, at a length and a half to Superior Satine. This is the order as they come around the corner. On the inside, Jimmy Cassidy's right, Gilded Youth just shading Hipwell, and now Spur Scent called upon from Terracotta Bay as they reach the 300 marker now. Spur Scent, Beatman shaking her up. She's got a job to do here. She got to Gilded Youth and a Hipwell from Terracotta Bay. Spinning Boy is starting to run home well. He gets desperate. Darren on Spur Scent on the outside and inside. They won't quite catch her. Spur Scent. Oh, Gilded Youth made a big dive back on the inside. By golly, I tell you what, there's not much in this. Spur Scent was in front, a hop from home, and then Gilded Youth has fought back and made one big dive. Very interesting. From Spinning Boy, Terracotta Bay, Superior Satine, and over on the rails was Hipwell. As they race away from us here, the judge calling on the photo finish. It was going to win, I would say, by a slender margin. Spur Scent about 30 metres from home. The outside horse was starting to die on its run. Spinning Boy, after looking a chance about the 100, and then Gilded Youth, who seemed at about the 100 was going to drop back, started to fight back again. And this is a very, very good finish. The freeze has been taken just a fraction past the line. So with this rail out 6 metres, and you know what the angle is here at Rosehill, particularly from the broadcasting positions. I think, let's have a look here. This is the finish links coming up. It looks... Oh, gee, I can't quite get a clear view there on the finish links. It looks maybe Spur Scent a nostril. It looks a Spur Scent a nostril. Yeah. Yep, it's got it. Number 2 has arrived, or lasted. That is Spur Scent, written by Darren Beedman. Number 2 has clung on to win by an inch, beating her male rivals. 5, a Gilded Youth is second, written by Jim Cassidy, and 3, Spinning Boy, third, written by Shane Dye. Number 7 was the official fourth, Superior Satine. The winner by Flying Spur from San Century, beating her male rivals, trained by Tony Karakatsanis for the Ken's Court Syndicate, and Darren Beedman, the winning rider. Here are the tote dividends on a busy afternoon. The winner, number 2, Spur Scent, paid $2 and $1.40. Number 5, second, Gilded Youth, paid $4.70. There was no third for 3, Spinning Boy. Quinella was $11.50, exact at $28.70, trifecta $68.20. The first 4, 2537, $260.80. The spinner paid $1.20.
Yeah, what a finish that was. Spur Scent just had enough to swear by on the line. That was a real nose decision over Gildame Nova. They're moving in well at Caulfield. Let's head to Greg for the second.
Willow Wind holding favouritism from Amber Shimmer. There's not much between the two. Amber Shimmer certainly tightening up now. And there's been good support for winning streak number 11. There's been support also for the first start of Besamo Mucho. First on the card, 2, 3 and 8. Confectioner winning like a very, very good racehorse. Chime Slow, 1.7.19 was confirmed. All clears there, they're away. Besamo Mucho didn't jump at all, well towards the inside, and also slow to move with Songs of Vienna. And the first out is Amber Shimmer, who's flown out and led from Willow Wind, away quickly on the outside. The second winning streak, a length and a half away in third, and the yellow cutters. Chicks in charges around it, and then Harley Mar over on the rails fifth. 1 length further back is Lara Stancia, being trailed further back in the field then by File Rapid. On the inside next coming to the turn is Tally Shell, and then Besamo Mucho and Songs of Vienna on the rails last of all. Amber Shimmer had the lead to Willow Wind coming around the turn. Chicks in charge, deeper out third. Harley Mar right behind the leaders with Wedding Streak. 2 lengths Lara Stancia, being trailed then by Tally Shell, File Rapid, and then came Besamo Mucho as they entered the straight where Amber Shimmer had the lead. Willow Wind quickly out to challenge it, and 2.5 lengths away then is Harley Mar. Chicks in charges drop right out of it. Willow Wind going for home at the 150. Quickly put up a couple of lengths on Amber Shimmer. Harley Mar holding down third, but it's Willow Wind opening up, kicking about 3 lengths in front. Harley Mar tries hard, but Willow Wind all too good. Beats Harley Mar by 2. Amber Shimmer third. Next Tally Shell, La Estancia, and they were trailed in by Besamo Mucho's done well after a slow beginning. Right behind it was Songs of Vienna, and then there was a long break to Winning Streak, and then came File Rapid, and Chicks in Charge dropped right out and has run a bad last. Willow Wind taking it out, the favourite, 421.70, beating Harley Mar 2.90, Amber Shimmer $1.70. 2 out of 2 for Willow Wind, an impressive victory today, coming from an outside gate. Had to do some work sitting outside the leader there, but a lovely turn of acceleration had the issue well beyond doubt, and the Spectrum filly has cruised in and has run quicker time than the previous. They've run 1.6.81. The Colts and Geldings run 1.7.19. 7, 5 and 2 are confirmed now. Willow Wind, ridden by Chris Simons first. Harley Mar, ridden by Brendan Fennick, was second. And Amber Shimmer, Brady Cross in third place. 7, 5 and 2. Fourth in was number 10, Tally Shell. And fifth was number 6, La Estancia. Chicks in Charge showed some pace, but dropped right out of the race. All honours with the winner. Amber Shimmer flying out as usual and leading. Amber Shimmer sitting outside, or Willow Wind sitting outside Amber Shimmer. Certainly the superior filly.
It's brought to you by Emirates Park. As they're moving in well, let's head to Ian for the third.
Righto, Chris. Yes, this is the Gallagher Hotel Management Handicap, and Daneborough runs the popular pick, 310 and 150 in New South Wales, and a clear favourite in the ring, just a fraction better than the Toad at the moment. Second pick on course is number 5, Futurama, and third, number 8, Hotter Than Hell. Okay, so the line is filling pretty well out here. Race number 3 over the journey of 2,000 metres. Daneborough will run favourite. Previous going to Spur Sent by an eyelash from Gilded Youth, and Jewel Peak won the first, and off they go. Oh, and hello, Daneborough, the favourite, has come out on its ear. It's missed it by 4 lengths. Prince of Play is the early leader from Carnabelle. Hotter Than Hell third, and then Tara Success, 2.5 Currajong missed, a length the High Fuji, Quadri wide, Josiah the middle, Futurama the rail, and about to tack on is Daneborough. You'd think he'd need to be far lap after that jump to beat these. Anyway, time will tell as they swing the first corner. And the leader is Prince of Play, about a length and a half on Carnabelle. Third posse on the outside is Hotter Than the Hill, and about 3 lengths Tara Success, nearly 2 to Old Quadri. And then Currajong Miss, 1.5 to High Fuji, a length the Futurama, 3/4 the outer Josiah, and just over 1 to the favourite Daneborough, who made a real meal of the jump. Down the back they go, and along past the 1100, and Prince of Play left alone in the lead by a couple of lengths on Carnabelle and Hotter Than Hill. Some 3.5 further back is Tara Success, and 2.5 to Quadri, and then Currajong missed, High Fuji, Futurama, Josiah, and last is Daneborough. Out of the back straight now, they've gone more than halfway, and Prince of Play holding the number 1 saddle cloth, a length and a half on Hotter Than Hill, as Maloney quickens up on Prince of Play. He's endeavouring to pinch it, and as they work work their way down past the 700. Prince of Play really being sooled along. He's nearly 3 lengths on Hotter Than Hell. Third, Carnival off the bit. Then Tara Success. Oh, gee, there must be 6 lengths to Quadri. 3 further back, Currajong Mist. Futurama, Josiah. High Fuji's going shockingly. And Daneboro's last as they come into the straight. Prince of Play, the leader. Hotter Than Hell, not done with, though. And Prince of Play is starting to take fairy-like steps. Hotter Than Hell almost level, but still a half length away. Old Quadri's battling on Tara Success and Futurama. Then Daneboro. They race to the 100 and Quadri hits the front. High Fuji coming out of the pack, but Quadri will win it. It's Quadri beating High Fuji, Daneboro or Josiah in third position from Prince of Play, who walked home. Hotter Than Hell likewise, and then Futurama, Tara Success, Carnival and Absolute Currajong Mist. Quadri has got the prize here. Let's having a look at the start there. I don't know what happened with Daneboro, but whatever's happened to Daneboro at the start, whether it was his own doing, I can't tell, but by golly, it came out in a hopeless position, and as I said earlier in the call, he would have needed to have been far lap to win. But Quadri, having start number 107 as we stand by for the numbers, nothing up. Quadri start 107, an 8-year-old by Come On from Covalent, trained by Bindi Cheers at Taree. Ran third at Warwick Farm on Wednesday behind Chinoy, and has come out and beaten them here, and earning for his connections 32,500. Now, here we go. Here are some numbers flickering up at last. For the winner, Quadri, ridden by Corey Brown. Second goes to number 9, and that is High Fuji, who was under grave pressure coming down past the 600 and has ended up running second. I don't think there'll be much depth out of that race. By Fuji Kasiki, trained by Gary Portelli, Chris Reith. And number 2, Daneboro, has run third after a real mess of the start, and is by Dane Hill, trained by Bart Cummings, Chris Munce. The official fourth was number 6, and that was Josiah. So, 4.
Thanks, Ian. And Quadri and Corey Brown backing up from Wednesday over High Fuji and Daneboro. $61, $100.80 was the exacta. Night Kiss is the favourite. I know, Andrew, Chris Simons was pretty keen on this. If he's keen on this, well, Willow Wind was one of his other good things, so we'd have to back up.
Yes, we certainly would. Yeah, in that interview prior to race 2, he said his best ride of the day was Goodnight Kiss. So.
And just arriving up at the gates there, Goodnight Kiss. There's American Graffiti going into the line. Ready. Chris Simons going for an early double on the easing favourite, Goodnight Kiss. Ready now. Racing. Goodnight Kiss just seemed to rear a little on the outside. American Graffiti began very fast. Shirley's Lavina's away very fast, looking for the lead also, and there's Dainty going up with Dan Viva. Tightly bunched field though, settling fully now. Shirley's Lavina with Dainty pushing up on the inside and Dan Viva retaining the rail. American Graffiti is posted 4 wide in that lead group. Right behind these then is Goodnight Kiss, and they're followed by Madame de Heros, who's also 3 wide. Chicky Weary's on the rails and Jessfine in the centre. A length further back is Sacred Hill second last, and 4 lengths Granai. She's struggling to tack onto them. Up towards the turn, Dan Viva with the rails, leading narrowly with Shirley's Lavina. Dainty in the between those two, and American Graffiti's been 4 wide all the way. They're trailed then by Goodnight Kiss.